king of banana, you know?
That's very true.
Yeah, so
very emotional.
We'll see what happens. It's going to be Inferno, and we'll see whether a new king can be crowned, perhaps, as we get into the first round here. NiP will be starting on the T side. 4 sets of armor exist with the smoke and 2 flashbangs, no upgraded pistols for them. CZ for MSL on the CT side, and they've got a defuse kit on Valda with a couple of flashbangs to work with as well. In terms of the setup, by default for now, but that's not Forest from way downtown. In second middle, takes down Cajun B in the bedroom area. That's kind of sick. Well played.
Yeah, I mean, they've been given that for free now. They're going to try and commit up towards B, just soaring on in. Perhaps in memory of Freiburg, they're going to make their way up through Banana. And now Config, the flash rains in, it's perfect. It's a shooting gallery for him, but he doesn't get much work done. Instead, it's MSL to step up with the CZ. He only takes 1, but he's bought time for the rotates to come in. The bomb plant hasn't gone down either. As actually, Mom has been dropped over on the site. It's going to get picked up, but not before Valde dispatches a Forest, leaving this all non-existent in a 1v3. Trapped over by Coffins, bomb out in the open. That smoke's dissipated down in CT as well, and that means that Config can just sit pretty. They're going to go ahead and push on through, force the issue, and force Exist back off of the site. Now he's got to fight for it all over again. This is the B-bomb site round 2 for Exist. As now 1v3, peeks on out. Has so many angles to keep an eye on. Backed into a corner here. Doesn't realize they've just taken up position. Trifecta within the side, but damage done. AZ's tag low. The peak comes on in. He accidentally kills AZ there while he's aiming for Valde. And Valde going to try and fall back down. Banana, but Exist, he's made it possible. 1v1, Exist's going to do it. He wins that one out. Fantastic stuff from him. And that is going to be NiP looking fantastic here on the back of that pistol.
Okay, Exist, you get a kill for free. Weren't really aiming at the first one, but the second two, I can't argue, that was the shot. Maybe he did line it up. I'm not 100% sure, actually. But could have been bad aim on the first shot and took him down, but the next two were just stellar. My God, that's really good. You don't expect those kind of plays to exist these days, but when he does show up, it can be quite the show. Well then, North, 3 versus 1. They give that one away. It's going to be round number 2 here. CZs, Deagles, PD50s for North and the 4 Spy. 1 AK for NiP. 3 UMPs and a MAC-10. That's in the hands of Draken. They get some banana control here. And they will just assert their dominance, push the CDs back. And that's a lovely flashbang, though. That teamwork from Config and his teammate MSL is now dead. Get the first frag, but things have been equalized.
Config still resides here with the Deeg, doesn't get much done on that repeak. The rotate's already coming on in from North. The B-bomb site has crumbled, and this time it's all gone the way of NiP. Cajun B, first man on the scene, trying to get this desperately back under control, while Valde and AZ still have yet to leave A. They're just going to be holding onto these pistols into the next round, and Cajun B, sure, he's playing it a bit more close, trying to play with fire. But he's hoping to try and get a rifle, an SMG, something into the next round if he can, and just do some damage here. From inside the church, just going to be waiting. NiP will be getting themselves a second round, though. That's the start they need on this T side. Good stuff initially, a lot of promise. And
much better than the first map, at least.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, I mean, within B, that already the Config MSL B hole is looking like a force to be reckoned with. The flashes they've thrown out, both in the pistol and in that round there, are looking pretty tough to counter from NiP. They didn't seem to have any rebuttal to it.
Well, they do take the round, NiP. Looking for that 3-0. Almost certainly going to happen. We do have 3 saved pistols and body armor to work with here on the North side, so not over just yet. They could cause some damage here. North will be trying to find that opening shot, like we saw a Banana once again. That was Config with the Deagle being flashed in by MSL. Not really much NiP could do about that. Here we go then, round number 3, and it's a 4-man stack towards the B-bomb site. Cajun B patrolling towards the middle. He's got the CZ in hand, and Config and AZ to challenge once again.
Yeah, 3 sets of armor going to be fairly pivotal in this one for North if they want to try and throw a spanner in the works. Keeping 3 players alive as well on the back of that was a very decent decision. Something we don't really see a lot of teams actually commit to all that often, but now they've essentially got a second chance to go at it once again. The flash rains in, and once again it's extremely powerful, but Rez and Exist completely just churn through North there. They get put through the meat grinder, and now Cajun B and Valde, they're all that remain. Cajun B going to start to try and go aggressive up, and App's going to be feeling this one out, and Get Right is there. That could be a frag to present itself. Valde, though, while he has looked to be fairly hot in recent matchups, there we go. He's just going to fall straight away over on B, leaving this all on Cajun B.
4-on-1. Now Cajun B surely Can't find any putting in. Might find a kill. That's quite nice. KJB doing a good job. And he's going to be taken down. Get right, but exist. He says no. The 3-0 for NiP. Much better. I think that's all the rounds they got in the first half. And they actually got 4. I beg your pardon. So still promising start here on the T side. This time they will have plenty of money to work with. Forest will keep his UMP for sure. He knows there'll be some unarmored heads on the CD side after the force bite. There are indeed 3 of those. And Draken with the early AWP. Not sure that's required just yet, but he'll bring it out. Knowing that they won't have an AWP on the CT side, I guess it does make sense in that regard. They might go aggressive at B, and he could just find an easy kill. Nades coming in, though. Will take a little bit of damage there, but not too much. I'm looking for the counter boost now as he looks towards the wall position.
Yeah, they're going to be holding as well over here in Apps. It's Forest. He's the man who's gone aggressive along with Get Right. They just wait. This bomb going to be on the back of Exist, doubling back through mid. Rejoins the rest of the guys down here at the bottom of T-ramp. Smoke going to start to dissipate soon. And actually, North are going to start pushing down. Walking into the range of NiP. We're just all backed up at the bottom of Banana, but it's a slaughter as MSL and Config between them. They somehow put together 3 frags with a UMP and a FAMAS. They've done damage. Forest able to get the return, but that is it. It's already the 2v4.
Really interesting decision there from NiP. Got a minute left, and you're running for a smoke at the bottom of Banana. I normally say like smoke shouldn't be considered like force fields, but that particular choke point, they definitely should be. You should not be running through that smoke right there. You can see even with a flashbang, they can like just turn away from it, turn around, spray you all down. You can't see anything for 1 or 2 seconds when you come through, and that's 1 by 1 as well. That's a really disappointing way to finish that round for NiP. After a promising start, off the back of a 3 versus 1 clutch from Exist, you feel like they're going to do something a bit more tactical than that, but apparently not. You can see all the corpses, the human rubble on the floor, and it will just be Rez trying to hold on to his AK-47. They get 1 kill, take down MSL, but a little bit too easy in my book towards that B side. It's going to be 2 kills for Config, 2 for MSL. Quite a deadly duo at that B bomb side. Rez does find the AWP at least, and they'll be holding that at T spawn. So still, it's fine for NiP. They will have money to work with here. Just a little bit lackluster in terms of the finish towards round number 4.
The AWP wasn't picked up though for North, so they don't have that to play with into this one. It will just be rifles once again. Draken going to be on the AWP for NiP. Nice bit of utility brought up as well. Everyone in NiP with pretty much everything they would need. Draken's the only man who's a little bit limited as a result of picking up that AWP into round number 5. And he's going to take it very, very quickly over here to Banana. Smoke will fall to obscure the vision. Config goes for the pre-fire. He has to be careful here. And actually, he's going to tag him. Does manage to just clip him through the wall. Config sent reeling back. Tagged to 35 HP. And Forest, here at Boiler, who was looking like he was going to go fast out. Valda is holding the angle along with KJB. KJB is watching the stairs, and he hasn't seen Forest cross, so they don't have the information that Forest's there right now. KJB tagged low, has to get the hell out of there. NiP right now looking good in this round as they station up in towards apartments, ready to try and make their way out onto A.
Still 5 on 5, but you're right. Damage inflicted on both sides. And Get Right trying to find that frag as he sprays some bullets through the smoke. Takes a bit of wall bang damage there, but still alive. Bottom down in second middle. No presence towards Banana whatsoever. Config more than happy to hold B by himself. From what I can see on the minimap, looks like he's on the wall position right now. So his teammate will fall back. 4 players towards the A side as MSL in towards the arch. And that crossfire set up on the A side, looking very powerful right now. MSL needs to be careful here. He'll fall back, but there it is. First kill comes in. Exist finds Cajun, but MSL to respond.
Valda up within the site doing damage, turns the man advantage favor North. Him and AZ have the crossfire set up as they stand on top of the boxes, doing the damage. AZ and Valdi lock this round down. That will be North to get themselves a second. And well, right now NiP looking a little bit deflated on this T side. Gonna go for the buy. We're only 6 rounds in, so you know it's early days. North starting to feel this early comeback. Should be able to equalize this out 3-3 here.
Yeah, and from what I've seen so far, they could be running away with this one. NiP, on this version of Inferno, I've never been convinced by them. I've casted a few games, and it always seems the T-side, that's the problem. They really struggle with banana control and utilizing the grenades to push CTs back. Is when they're up against an aggressive CT side, that's when NiP really seem to fall off quite significantly. If they're playing quite a passive team, they normally do pretty good, but we'll see what they can do. Like you said, very early days. Nothing really invested into this round. Exists got head armor and a CZ. How much money did he spend into this one? Still has 2,200. He did win that clutch, so he has a bit more money. And his teammates, good flash though. It's going to be Valda to get down Forest. A little bit of help from KSB there as well. Bombs towards top and middle. I don't really see much happening here for the T's. Smoke deployed there, buys the CD some more time. But mid control granted towards NiP, but once again, with no nades, no firepower, you're going to struggle to really convert it into anything.
Yeah, Exist gets boosted up and instantly comes to regret that decision. And right now, NiP sharing in the world sentiment. They've faced a bit of deforestation. They are a man down. And now they seem a bit rooted in their ways. They make their way out towards long. They're actually going to bypass KSB. Switches things up, finds the first out with a USP. Going to fall to get right. Now they've got an AWP to try and play with, but AZ in pit represents a whole different challenge as he's able to flick on out. Finds one onto Exist, leaves this now on Get Right and Rez. 2v4, out towards Arch. They've been spotted. Valda takes the aggression here, but he's going to fall prey to Rez. Luckily enough, the trades comes through from MSL. He's got control of the bomb, and Get Right's looking in the complete wrong place. Meaning AZ comes out and shoots him in the face. It's going to be 3-3. North, they tie things up, and now the buy can come back in for NiP.
A few missed shots there from Cajun. Gives NiP a few kills on the board. Comes down to the 2 versus 1 situation. And Get Right, not known to be an AWPer, but can be quite nifty with it. Can't find the shot. It's going to be round number 7, 3-3. So after going out 3-0, NiP have let things slip by them. But another full buy for them. This time, no Draken AWP though. And 2 players towards Banana once again. AZ with the smoke to buy them some time at the very start. That goes by the wall position at B. And for now, Cajun B, he's holding middle. Like we said, not the most aggressive AWP. He's not like a Kenny S or a Guardian trying to get opening flashy picks. He just holds defensive lines. He does it very well. So that's a different play style, but certainly works for him.
Forest takes his peek on out, but Cajun B, he has his back. And already we've lost Forest. He has fallen. And that seems to be a constant phrase we keep churning out. Forest the first man down for NiP yet again. Now they have to try and approach this. Only being a man down, but they lost all the utility he was carrying. So already a very, very strapped for cash T side. Now struggling that much more. With the remaining 4 Swedes grouped up in mid, looking like they want to try and execute out towards A. They have to be cautious because looks like Config and MSL are getting a little bit confident over here on Banana and are ready to take the fight to them.
5-4 NiP. Can they make anything of this? 2 smokes remaining. A Molotov as well. Get Right, investigating towards the quad side. There is a speculative Molotov there to try and bait out a CT player. No one there though. There is a CT in the pit, but he's on the right-hand side. That's AZ. Going to be quite a decent hard player. And it's going to be Cajun B. Finds the first shot. Now it's a 5-on-3. Nothing really spectacular coming out of NiP. No execution here. Just one by one, walking around corners, and they're dropping like flies now. This is looking too easy. We're not seeing the shots occasion, but they sound pretty good. And there will be one more to come through. It's going to be AZ to finish things off. Draken goes down, and that's kind of disappointing, I have to say, Aria. They're getting some mid control, but then one person runs around out by himself. One person in the apartments, one's a quad. Where's the teamwork? Where's the coordination there? Where's the execution? There's nothing. That's like you're playing like a pug style there. You're just trying to find a pick, and then you still, even if you get 1 kill, you're by yourself. You've got 1 player at arch, 1 at quad, 1 at apartments. You can't really do much with it. So it's better just to be together, find that pick, sure, and then be ready to pounce. But NiP look a little bit lost to that approach of the game. 4-3 has to be another eco, I believe. It looks like a pause for now.
Yeah, one of the things is, Threat is normally very good. That's the coach for NiP at discovering these sort of setups and pushing NiP in the right direction, maybe when the decision isn't clear to them. So they are going to go ahead and force buy down what they can into this, investing so they can afford to buy into the next. It's got them 3 flashes, the smoke up on Forest as well. Curious to see how they are going to run in this round now, and what decision would have been made in that pause. That pop flash allows Valdi to come on in, finds a boatload of damage. The nade could secure him a frag here. Gets Rez down to 1 HP, and he hears the man rushing up into Apps, but they are so ready for this. Get Right has so many guns pointed in his direction. His life expectancy looking to be about 3 seconds at this point as he waits in the corner up in Apps, the Molotov to burn him out. As things get a little bit hot and toasty for Get Right, he does opt to fade away. Doesn't want to sit around while the rest of the team way down in mid. They're just going to try waterfall out from apartments. Valdi on the site once again on top of these trusty boxes. Takes 2. Get Right and Draken try and trade back, but it's AZ from pit. to knock this nail into the coffin. Draken left in a 1v3. He's got himself an AWP, and that could be the difference maker. But opting for the Deeg.
Yeah, well, if it feels like this could be over, he's got to get the bomb and find those 3 kills as well. He might get that kill, but then as soon as he gets it, as soon as he tries to pick up the bomb, that's when his teammates will be pincering in. But here we go. It feels like the final few seconds of the round. A little bit desperate here. He hits one, takes down Config, but there it is. MSL with the final frag. Here's the replay now. Valda with the M4A4 on the side. Nice aim, to be fair. Got a little bit baited by Easy there at that point, but still, they win the round, and it's absolutely fine. 5-3, 5 in a row for NiP. For North, I should say. NiP could get the 3-0 at the start, but now loss bonus starting to accumulate. They can pretty much consistently buy at this point. Haven't had the bomb down in the last few, but still $3,400 per player. I'll go to round number 9. Quite a fast half so far. Not really seeing anything spectacular from the Ninjas. This is the fallen boost. KGB looking for that first pick. You can see players crossing towards that log position. You drop the incendiary to start to stop anyone getting close range and sneaking by you just in case they had a decent spawn. But for now, absolutely fine. It's another default from NiP, not showing any banana presence whatsoever. Still with 5 smokes. I want to see an execution. I know they've got a couple. They do a full wall of smokes towards A that covers the pit, lands on their hay bales, and blocks off graveyard. So maybe they'll do something like that.
Yeah, and actually the decision has come in from MSL over on North to switch things up. You can see he's made his way over towards A. They swapped him out for KGB on the B bomb site, so they don't have the AWP here this time. Valdi gonna fall, and actually down goes AZ as well. MSL tries to step up, but Exist is there on the trade instantaneously. And that will be the 2v4. KGB rotating in with the AWP, gonna be posted up at Library. The bomb hasn't gone down just yet, so it's bought them time to get in a position. And if KGB finds something here, then it wouldn't surprise me if we see them try and go for this. But if he does not, I think the call to save will most likely come in. Config already starting to back away. KGB gonna stay just a little bit longer, see if he can pick anyone up as they walk around the site. Do damage to that T-side economy to try and keep them modest going forward. But this will be a 4th for NiP.
It will. You're right. Not really much Cajun can do about this one, apart from find a few consolation frags, but that's much better from NiP. The depot there, getting that first pick, execution was on point. I saw a really nice little smoke that landed on the bomb site, granted us a vision, took it away from the CTs, and they go in together. The pincer was there from the site and the apartment at the same time, hitting some shots. Exist looking very good at that point. That's what we wanted to see. That's much better. So, getting things together, that's NiP after losing 5 in a row. Managed to deploy the execution towards that A site. Didn't actually have any banana presence whatsoever, which is quite rare to win around in that sort of fashion like that, but it works out. 5-4 as they close the gap here. Still money available for North, of course, after saving weapons there. HB on the AWP, went towards banana in the previous round with the fallen boost. I would say do that again, seeing as it wasn't detected in the previous round. You will be heading indeed, not towards banana actually, but there are 3 players there. AZ drops the smoke at the brick wall once again, and Config and MSL might do a boost themselves. We'll find out.
Bring AZ on round. It was him who threw that smoke on down. That now leaves the 2 guys over on B with 2 smokes of their own. Allows them to hold back the tides of NiP for that much longer.
Yeah, for sure. Means they can bide their time and save the smokes when they need them, and hopefully whittle down the clock for NiP there. So they smoke towards T-steps, and now they do have full control of the banana area. KGB looks towards Boiler with the AWP, trying to find that first pick. It's a scary position to be in. As long as you smoke middle, it's rare that a terrorist will just push through randomly. So, set up 5-on-5, no damage inflicted just yet. Config left alone at the B side. Like we said, I saw the minimap in the previous round, but it looked like he was on that wall position. Very good aimer. Happy to take Jules. Has another smoke to work with as well. Just buy himself some time. 4 players towards A for the CT side.
And this time NiP, they're going to try funneling up through banana. Config finds that first. The rotate already coming in from MSL. Config has to hold his ground, and hold it he shall as he takes a second. MSL, he's the man on point, the one within the site to try and keep them away. Flashes through at CT, doesn't bother pushing it, doesn't want to try and give away that man advantage. Doesn't buy time though. The bomb plant is going to come on in. That flash got them a few seconds, but yeah, that smoke has missed its mark. MSL can peek round past it. Rez is lucky to be alive. They've re-smoked it. They've used a lot of utility in the process. Get right. Takes one more. The trade going to come in from KGB. North maintain the man advantage here, but the bomb taken away, working against the Danes. As Rez holding the close angle. Forest is going to fall. Rez peeks out and takes one, but it's Cajun to ultimately trade things back. He was the key in that retake. 3 frags for him, Config going off in the beginning as well to keep them away. And that will be North in with their 6th round.
More than Config was worth there, I think. The fact he got 2 frags there shouldn't have been happening. NiP should have been an instant refrag. The fact of the matter is, he was flash. He gets that first kill. He should be taken down there. Well, we'll have a look as to how this round finished off with the AWP here. That's going to be KGB hitting just solid shots. That's really nice work by him. But if NiP get that refrag on Config straight away, they probably win that round, but not meant to be. And now the money starting to disappear for them. It's round number 11, 6-4. They get right down to nothing now. Just at the CZ, KGB. I did say he's more of a defensive AWP, but that's really nice and aggressive. Finds the first kill and falls back as well. Nothing too spectacular, just good on his play. And he's going to be falling back, staying alive, holding that defensive line once again. All power for Draken, but no head armor means going against his M4 is a bit of a problem. Insta-kill potential there. Bomb down the second middle, and everything comes to a standstill here. Once more, North have full control Banana. Config and MSL pushing down. Might be exploring the idea of maybe going a little bit further here, but the smoke goes down, and they'll be holding at the car for now.
Valdi has spotted Forrest. Forrest didn't see anything, and he wins that out. 2-man advantage up now for North, and NiP in response to this going to go ahead and throw smokes out over towards long. That Molotov keeps them away. They can't push through, and that now isolates them from Rez over in Boiler. Currently they're all on his lonesome. 4 players for North up in the A bomb site. They've left Config on his lonesome at Banana. Just going to be holding the angle. Draken. Ooh, nice movement, but doesn't quite stack up if you don't manage to find Config. It is just lying in wait. Exist and Rez, they're the 2 Swedes left in this one. 2v5. Clock working against them here. Going to lose Exist. Rez, bomb dropped all the way over at long. Nothing he can do in this scenario here, and MSL just takes the peak, knocks him down, and that is North to go up 7-4.
Very clean round as well. KGB aggressive at the start, gets that first pick, falls back, allows his teammates to get set up with the confident crossfires. There's still 2 of Banana applying so much pressure, funneling them towards A and setting every single shot. NiP being shut down left, right, and centre. They'll take a pause and work out what the next move is. A 2K per player right now. Not looking too good. Is the replay of Config. So fully flying, and that's the point that he should be going down there. The fact he got 2 frags when he's just pre-firing it as well, it's a little bit disappointing they didn't get him straight away. You know, they should be coming around as soon as he took down the first player, just fully commit. They just weren't really ready for it, and then going one by one, gave him the chance to get that frag, and we'll see what happens here as we have got the pause. I assume tactical, yep, indeed. So threat, he can talk throughout, he can't even call if he wants an online game. There's not really a way we can kind of govern that, you know. So it does take a pause just to work out what the next move is. I don't think they'll buy into this. In terms of loss bonus, they're only at 2nd, so that's $1,900 this round. In terms of the frags, Draken 3 for 9. That AWP isn't really working out for him. I think he just cancelled that now. It's not really finding much impact at all. But NiP with 1 decent round so far. Remember, they won the pistol, got the 3-0. Need to get a few more rounds on the board from what I've seen so far.
Looks like they're finally going to try their luck at the B-bomb. So we've only really seen them try hit this 1 or 2 times on these rifles, and never really led to too much success. They have been allowed to get in here though and get the bomb down. So let's see if they can replicate that now with the pistols. We've got MSL and Config here. MSL, the man lining up the flash. That's going to allow Config to wreak havoc on these ecoing players. Flashbang going to go on out. It does fully blind Config, and MSL's not looking too great either, but now he starts lining them up. Get right finds 1. Config is going to fall, and that's the B-bomb site crippled. Broken in 2. Bomb plant tries to come on in. KGB, the first responder, tap it away, and he's looking impressive. Takes a 2nd, goes in for 3, and KGB, not normally a man we associate with such a hyper-aggressive style of AWPing in towards the retakes, but there we go. He shows he can do it along with the best of them. That will be North to go 8-4 on the back of a very impressive retake from Cajun.
That's lovely, isn't it? Cajun B really has turned up today. I normally find him a bit hit or miss with the AWP, but for now, today at least, he's looking spectacular. Every shot's just on point, very calm, calculated, and that retake, that's stellar. Just by himself, an absolute unit, wrecking through the B-bomb side there. 13 kills, 6 deaths, and 108 ADR. Not too bad at all. It's round number 13. The dying sector's at the first half here. We do need some rounds on the board for NiP. Pistol and 1 round. I don't think it's going to be enough. The 11-4 just can't happen. Similar scenes to what we saw on Nuke. Another deep ball for now. That execution worked so nicely for them. The round they did win, that gun round, I think just go back to something like that. The deep bolts, you're not finding the picks, you're getting out-dueled across the board. I feel like this, getting those smokes down and trying to go into the 5-man unit, that's when you have your best chance of winning the rounds.
Definitely so, and Cajun B, he's the man to try and put a stop to that before they could even get this ball rolling. Holding the aggressive angle. Starts to now fall back, smoke dissipates in mid, and that will be the signal for him to leave as he retreats. What the safety advantage? He's going to be holding the angle, actually going to fall back into library. What this means is, though, is you get a smoke down over there, you've locked one of these players on the A site out from the bomb site. Effectively leaving it on AZ and Valde. But Cajun B going to make the decision now to rejoin his comrades within the confines of the site. Molotov goes out to delay the push from Apps and Exist. Pushing on up, the flash lands, smoke goes down for library. They also smoke off Arch side. They're going to try and commit to this, but the pop flash come through. Cajun B finds the first. Wants to go in for more, and he's going to go for it, but Forrest saves his teammate's life over a long, and in the meantime, it's a slaughter. Get right and res. They mop up the remainders within that A site. And now MSL and Config, the two B players, that's all that remains for the Danes here. 2 versus 4. They're not going to be going for this one, just playing it safe, holding back. And NiP will get themselves a 5th. And once again, Henry, it was on the back of a execution in towards the A bomb site.
That's why I'm the coach for NiP. Remember that meme when that was a thing? There was Star Ladder like 6 months ago, and everyone thought it was real. It was on front page of Reddit and stuff like that. But yeah, that's exactly what they had to do. More of these executions. No one's really turning up today in terms of the actual individual skill. Just keep those smokes coming in. It seems to be working. North haven't got a response. I like to just keep throwing that in until they're able to shut it down, because that's what's getting you rounds. That's what's working. They're convincing ones of that. Config might find a kill or two here. He's in position to do so. Sprays in towards the door. Can't find it at the end. Well, A5. Another much needed round for NiP there. And number 14, still money available for North. They should be fine. Yeah, they've got 2 players even after reinvestments on 5k, 4k. Money will be tight if they lose this one, but still maybe another buy available. AK's in AWP for Draken. Let's see if he stepped up a little bit more. Still on 3 for 10. I don't think that AWP is the answer for him. He's not getting those opening picks, so I'd say just cancel at that point. This is the fallen boost once again from Cajun, dropping that incendiary to pushing on back that could have rushed up. And now they'll probably go for even more map control and get him on the wall position now.
Yeah, but he won't be spotting anyone anytime soon. Draken's the only one who resides there, and he's going to start to fall up through old mid. The push comes through, it catches AZ on the way down in pit. And now Valde trapped over here on shore, spots the man on balcony. Didn't manage to see him though, and Get Right is able to polish him off as a result. Forrest in with 2. And in the blink of an eye, Cajun B and Config, once again, the 2 B players left to try and clean up the mess on A. And they will turn down the job. Just go ahead and fall on back. Config and Cajun save up into the next. And if they hold on to this, then a buy is going to be very strong heading into this next round. Should be able to get a fairly decent buy cobbled together in comparison to what they could get otherwise. They'll be allowed the AWP. Won't have to forego any firepower for it. They could still get one in the next round if they lose it. MSL could go ahead and drop one over, but they sacrifice so much as a result of that.
And NiP looking much better now. Get their 6th round on the board, shutting things down. MSL and Config finally shut down. It seems MSL gets dropped, and they go towards A once again. It's actually quite nice for NiP to focus on that A bomb site. Same plays. It's going to be working out for days for them. As we said, money should be okay if they save some weaponry. The fact they've saved the AWP there, that's great. And there it is, 8-6. We might have a real game on our hands here as the first half is coming to an end.
Yeah, it's about as good as it gets. They've got rifles across the board. Everyone with decent amounts of utility kits across the board as well. So pretty much everything they could ask for. Same for NiP. It's going to be just a fully stocked round for either side in the last round of the half. It is all going to come down to the raw skill in this one. MSL and Config. They've got this 2-man hold up top of Banana. And they've already found some success from it. Exist. First man to hit the deck. They're going to flash over and go in for even more. MSL takes the peak. Bullets rally past. Draken going to miss that opener. That could have been a very needed kill for them, but Valde and Config in the meantime, just destruction out on A as Valde from quad locks it down. It's all left on res. 1v4. He has the bomb at his feet, has an AWP in hand, but it is a tall order. The latest addition to NiP. With his back against the wall, an essential round. I think if NiP get this, it's a very, very close half. 9-6 isn't terrible, though. Gonna start making his way up Banana. They know there's two players here. It's Config and MSL. The hold that has been a problem from the beginning. Go ahead and smoke over, but is he going to account for both players holding it close? Finds the first. MSL's waiting to trade, and good night, Sweet Prince. Rez goes down, and that's the first half. 9-6 in favor of North.
Well, decent comeback there from NiP, I have to say. It was looking very bleak at one point. North were completely running away with that first half, but still, it's NiP with 6 rounds on the board and a dream as they go into the second half. We'll take a quick break and see if they can fulfill that after the break. All right, welcome back to the final half of the evening. It's NiP versus North. NiP trailing a map at the moment after getting battered on Nuke, but still, they are 9-6 down here on Inferno, looking to win the pistol and hopefully get back into this one to split the series. That's the dream, at least for them, looking to post a map here in the Pro League. North looking incredibly sharper at the moment, I have to say.
Yeah, and it's been one man for NiP who's kind of been letting me down time and time again, and that's been Draken. Currently bottom of the board, hasn't really done much. He's 3-11 right now with 29.5 ADR. So definitely needs to step up. He's someone who can be such a catalyst for NiP as well. When he first joined the roster, he looked phenomenal and he kind of reinvigorated that lineup. And then we saw Rez get bought in as well, and it went, you know, even better for a while after that. But right now, Draken, he's been almost silent. He hasn't really done anything with the AWP. You even call maybe for him to try and switch off onto the rifle a little bit, both, you know, because the economic advantages of it all, but also just because he was not hitting those shots. And, well, now they're over on the CT side. Let's see if history repeats itself or if the Swedes can emerge victorious here and split the series.
And the AWP definitely a lot more viable on the CT side for Draken, but here we go then. We get into it. Number 1. North, they win this. One step closer to finding that 2-0, and Rez misses out narrowly there on the headshot. 1-30. 2 smokes for North. Back pocket of MSL and Valda. I would say a banana take very possible. You've got a smoke for CT spawn, one for Coffin, splash over. You've already got banana control. That would be my call getting it right now. You've got a nice early B control right now. CTs don't really have much to work with here. You've pushed him back in middle as well. Look at that mini map set up. And for now, Rez holding the corner. That will be smoked off any second now. Then towards Coffins, flashes coming in. It comes down to whether the CTs hit their shots.
Rez going to be holding this from CT. The smokes rain in, and that means a lot of this falls to Get Right as Rez is forced on back. Get Right, they all come bounding through. He takes the first, tries to keep holding it, but the smoke is down. Won't be able to deny the plant, but he has taken that man advantage, and already NiP rotating everyone round through CT. MSL going to be holding the smoke for North. They've also sent one down through Banana. That's going to be Cajun B. Doesn't spot anyone else in mid. That means that they know they're all coming through CT now. And he's just going to hold it. Bomb is planted for Banana. Cajun B in the after plant. The rest of the guys on the site to try and keep NiP away. The push now comes in. No utility. try and expend to force these guys out of position. They have to win the Angels instead. And Valdi and MSL open this one up. Config holding the cross. They're already walking into the slaughter. And that's North. They're going to go up 10-6. They win out that pistol. It was looking good when Get Right found the first, but look at this. This was an execution.
It was Config and Valda going to town. That new superstar duo that could be for North. It used to be Config and Major's boy, but Valda, he's looking incredibly sharp at this moment. Very good fit for North, generally speaking. It's round number 2. Has to be the force buy from NiP. Everyone's all in. Draken with a Deagle and armor as well. And Drake is still on 3 kills, 12 deaths. He needs to start stepping up here. CT half has to be where he starts delivering some frags here. UMPs, 1 AK for North. Opted for more utility, that makes sense. They are an execution-based team known to have some of the best executions in CSGO. As we saw on Nuke, their smoke system on that map in particular was pretty scary.
They're going to go out and smoke off CT over him. Valdo waits in alt mid, and actually North now progressing up through middle. Going to look to try and make their way out towards A as everyone is lined up here. Slowly but surely pushing on out, and Draken and Exist, they're the two players that have this crossfire set up. Draken with the Deeg, we know he can be deadly with this weapon. Holding the angle, doesn't find anything on that initial peak, falls on back, turns his attention out towards long, has to be careful as players now wrapping around from all sides. The pop flash was good, but it doesn't transpire to much, and while Forest gets nothing done from Pit, it's all eyes on Rez. 1v4. The A bomb site falls, and at this point, Rez with only a Deeg to his name and flash as well. Struggling to believe he can get much damage done.
Oh, I'm believing. I think he can do this.
Yeah, that's unusually optimistic for you. Okay.
I thought I'd just change things up, you know.
Well, then let's see. I mean, it's new look NiP, new look Henry as well as Rez. He's making his way in through library, and they say knowledge is power, so right now he's got plenty of it. But
no,
yeah, he's not going
it's
for
done, unfortunately. I wanted to kind of channel something towards him and maybe give him some positive vibes, but it didn't really seem to work out, you know, but it's fine. It will be a 4 versus 1 now, and round 2 will be going in favour of North. It was the force by NiP as well. This makes things very problematic, almost certainly going to be 12-6. There it is, the round comes in. 11-6 now, and they have to take the full eco here. Touching distance of winning 2-0, I have to say. North as a little package here. It's nice to see, like, who are the shuffle do we think is looking the best right now? So we've got North looking very good, FaZe looking pretty good. They've had some ups and downs. Who else have we got? I'm missing one that I had in my head that was really good. North, FaZe. Fnatic, that was the one. They are looking great, probably the best Fnatic we've seen in a long time in terms of the way they're playing CS right now.
I think the contenders for the top spot right now are North of Fnatic, in my opinion. I'm still unsure about Guardian's place in the FaZe roster, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, I mean, maybe when that all gets sorted out, I think they've hit that awkward period of transition that we saw a team like G2 kind of get into. But anyway, in this round, North, they've started things off well. They're able to find Get Right, as he made his way down through Banana. Now the rest of the ninjas grouped up in B, and MSL peeks out, gets the information that they're all there. And actually, we're just going to see Exisco charging into the guns. Actually, every single Swede is doing it. Rez able to get one, but that will be it. It was the bomb drop down in the open. He can look to try and do more damage here, as he does manage to take a second. He's making this round costly. MSL and AZ attack so low. North don't have to keep pushing in for this. They do get the bomb. And now they're going to start to fade away. Rez on 27 HP. Maybe he could do it this round, Henry. Maybe this is the one for him to step up. When you look at it, there's, what, 15 HP on AZ and MSL combined. Valdi, granted, does have 100. It looks like they're going to try wrapping one of these players around out towards A. Going to get the information that it's clear. So now that bomb rotates in.
Rez with a glimmer of hope in his young eyes as he still is towards the wrong side of the map. Bomb replant, that pretty much guarantees that this will be a North round. He has been detected as well. They've heard him towards the bottom of Banana. Not really much he can do. Can't go for the round now. He has got body armor, a UMP, a Deagle as well. Definitely worth staying alive here. Him fighting frags, almost worthless. I'd say just try and tuck yourself in a corner. Look for whatever you can. Salvage whatever's on the floor. Try and stay alive. He knows players could be coming from CD spawn as well. So this is probably the best angle we can hold for now. Easy killing the chickens, of course. Or not. The frag does come in. All of NiP go down. And now that first gun round could be very difficult. Harry, we've been talking about this all night as to when he forced by in the second round of CT. does mean you're quite limited, especially up against when SMGs is Orani left over. Luckily, there's only Vado with the UMP, so that's not a huge deal in terms of the head armor, but no AWP, 1 defuse kit, 1 incendiary. Still a really, really difficult round for the NiP boys. Lose this one, it could be over.
Yeah, and it seems like NiP are always in this sort of scenario where they're fighting back from a certain defeat, and while they're trying to keep themselves in this one, they've got themselves 6. They're only 6 away from equalising this out, but this round here is pivotal. The first rifle round of this second half, them over on the CT side and already north. Lining up smokes and flashes out towards A. Going to go into smoke off pit. They're just going to go charging on through. Trying to play this one fast. Forest on the site has to step up in a big way. Draken able to find the first. Get right does damage as well. Forest is going to fall to Cajun B, but he'll be silenced by Draken. MSL gets the trade. Left in the 1v2. He has the bomb in hand. And he's going to try playing into B, but he might play right into the hands of Exist. That he will. And that's NiP to get themselves this rifle round.
Very fast approach there for North. That's quite common. The first gun round, it's always quite chaotic in today's metas. Like we said, the force buy is very prevalent, and you know the CTs will be under-equipped and not really have enough to hold you off for a fast play. They stick as a 5-man formation, go towards quad, but the spray down's coming in there from Draken, Forest, all working together there. Not really much they could do, but Cajun B found some form. Came down to the 2 versus 1 with MSL wrapping around from the arch, but found Exist in towards Library when he tried to nip through the smoke there and see if he could leg it back towards the B side, but didn't work out for him. The good news is, though, for North, finding 3 kills keeps NiP very modest. That was their bonus round. They had a UMP in that round, didn't have the AWP. They definitely will going into round number 5 here. AWP comes out for Cajun B, 3 AKs, conflict down to the Galil, which suggests that he might be thinking about an execution here. The fact he's opting for the smoke and flashbangs instead of going for the AK-47.
Let's see what that will entail. Cajun B going to be holding mid. No peeks to come out from NiP, because I've actually gone and stuck 3 players over on Banana. Molotov to keep them pinned, not allow any of these early peeks. Catch North while they're feeling vulnerable. Exist able to find the first, make that 2. Get right chimes in with 1 more, and this round has been a slaughter up on Banana. Cajun B refrags best he can, but it's only 1, and a 1 for 3 trade is going to favour these Swedes massively. As Cajun B and Valde, they're the 2 left alive. They're going to try and boost Cajun over potentially, but no, considering it's actually just Valde holding the angle.
Could have been a little bit too obvious, perhaps, but I think that could have worked out for them, you know. It's a 4-on-2, get right low HP, and nice assertive stuff there from NiP. They're not going down without a fight here, it seems. Aggressive towards B, fighting at the start, Exist with 2 frags, get right with the 3rd, and now a situation which has to be must-win for them. If they throw this round away, it could be the end of the game. But it's looking very promising. Boosting a player towards new boxes as well. I love this boost, one of my favourites in the game right now. It means if you just go to the view of Rez when he's here, when he's up there, he can't be flashed. He can't be Molotoved. Smokes aren't that effective for him. It's great for 1 frag and just falling back. The flashes cannot touch him. Really, really nice spot. And it's pre-fired more and more these days, but still, if you get the drop on them, it could work out very nice. We'll just stay on him for now and see if he does manage to get anything done. I guess his teammate will be able to spot them in first, get right with a show presence, try and bait him in. That's going to be the idea here.
They're going to be walking on out. Rez just holding the angle and slowly get right. He's the one to kickstart the party, gets their attention, and then Rez picks it up. The bait and switch worked perfectly there for them. And that's NiP. They get an 8th. Only 4 rounds separating these 2 teams now. The Danes with no money left. Things going to get interesting here, Henry.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a game here for sure. Just love that play from NiP at the end as well. I built up that boost, and as to what they were doing, it worked out really nice as well. Get right. He faces from the coffin, takes all the aggro away that first kill. Then a free frag for Rez as he's boosted up. That boost is very good indeed. Full eco for North, and a chance for NiP to start locking things down in terms of the financial situation. Draken been pretty poor so far with the AWP. 5 kills, 15 deaths. Let's start getting him some confidence now. This is the perfect round to do so. Get some kills. There it is. Now he can start getting into the zone as he takes down MSL. Looking for a multi-frag here. That would just help boost his confidence a little bit more. 5-on-3. Shouldn't be any frags here for the North team. Should be the clean sweep at this point. NiP got everything locked down. Don't need to push any further. You know, the full eco. Just hold the lines.
Yeah, NiP, they're not looking too keen to go walking into the waiting arms of North here. Very little invested. It's only Valde with anything that could do too much damage. He'll fall. Get right picks him up. In the meantime, A's going to go charging on through. He'll get decapitated, and now Cajun B, last man left. It will be a flawless round for NiP, and that's exactly what they needed. It's going to be the case now. They start to build up some of this money. You can see Forrest sitting on almost $7,000. Has to reinvest in nades, but It's a nice bit of money. Probably the best situation we've seen NiP in either of these maps thus far.
Yeah, it's looking like they could come back into this one. I've always said, when you get double digits on a comeback, that's when things start to feel possible again. Up until that point, you're just grinding it out, taking it round by round. Then the other teams start becoming nervous. They think, okay, we can actually throw this game now. It was a huge lead for North, but now, after winning 3 rounds in a row, NiP looking like this could be possible. Or for Draken once again. An aggressive play from the CTs towards that banana area. This could be Exist, Get Right, and Rez. The AWP holding Arch at this point. Similar scenes as we always saw North were doing. Good nade though from the T's, taking Rez down to 67 HP, but he will stick towards the Logs position.
Yeah, and actually, I mean, yeah, Rez is going to be holding this deep down through banana. Gives you so much information. You can actually now try looping around behind. When the eventual push does come in, they have got AZ holding it for the time being. With the rest of North's attention fixated up here on A. And NiP, they're playing this very, very passively now. Draken going to be holding off apartments. Still just waiting, 50 seconds left. North now throwing out some of their utility. Not ready to commit to this just yet. They're going to start to make their way up through long now. Draken is holding the angle, looks away. The timing is not great. They decide to go for this now. The attention of the AWP is currently elsewhere. In the meantime, though, Rez has been allowed to progress down through banana, and that's this round. Torn limb from limb. Rez finds 2. That's going to force their hand into the execution. And now it's going to be sloppy from here on in. Valdi trying to do all he can to pull it back, but Draken steps up, manages to pick him off. MSL charges the smoke, and Draken goes in with a no-scope, takes him down. Config falls at the last hurdle, and that will be NiP. Going to go 10-12. And I said to keep an eye on Rez down there at the bottom banana. Yeah. He plays that perfectly.
You're absolutely right. The fact he gets that banana control, sits towards the logs, and then comes in for the perfect flank as well. It's looking very, very good indeed. Big fan of that. It's going to be some nice AWP shots coming in there from Draken. Finally, Harry, it seems to be coming together for him. Big fan of his in terms of the skill he has. I want to see him develop into a top-class player, but for now, 10-12, like I said, double digits, and he's hitting some shots now. This is what we wanted. That's the Draken we know and love. Hits 2 in a row, and we've got a game here, ladies and gentlemen. NiP definitely hot on the comeback here.
Yeah, the Dragon hath awoken over on the side of NiP. Get right. Forced back in towards CT. Doesn't want to risk throwing anything away. NiP went from being a team that were on the cusp of defeat to now almost bringing this back and could still potentially split the series. Smoke goes down and block off CT. Get right, just waits on the other side of it. Rez going to be the point man inside the site. Does push on through, doesn't manage to find anything in that smoke. And as it starts to dissipate, Rez up on top of Coffin. To smoke for CT has gone as well. Get right now, peeks on through. North just waiting for this smoke on banana to go, and that Molotov going to slow things up. Get right goes for the spray, but gets nothing done. Rez, luckily enough, does manage to trade. Got a bit of a way in, but not with Rez landing shots like that. Re-peeks on out, and now Valdi's been allowed to make his way into CT, but Draken takes his head clean off. A 3K for Draken in that round. When you think about the fact we came into the second half with Draken on 3 frags to begin with, he's now up on 11. It has been a recovery from the NiP AWPer. Yeah. And even though this was versus equaling players, it's a great sign of things to come. Yeah, it's just promising to see. His aim's getting there, the confidence is building up for him, and now he'll take more audacious duels at the start of each round. As he knows, he's starting to hit some shots now. The frag total getting there. He's actually got to 14 frags out of nowhere. The last few rounds have been monstrous for him. As we're into round number 9, this time he's towards middle, getting towards Boiler. Like I said, getting towards those more zealous positions. We'll see whether he can actually find another opening kill here. For now, North focusing towards banana, and it's going to be Rez and Get Right baiting each other in right now. Flashbang has to be timed perfectly here. But Rez, he doesn't even need the flash. Gets the first, can't find the second. Get Right decides to fall back. That's the right play. He would get taken down for sure here, but still, an equal trade comes through. Grenade towards first oranges there, does not find Get Right. He pulls back towards Coffins. North have slowed right down though. It's into the 4-on-4 cage, and going to be holding mid. No aggression comes through from NiP. So close to equalizing this out. You can see Exist on the rotate to rejoin Get Right inside of B. North start rotating Valdi on in as they stack up on Banana Draken. and Forest, both of a slightly longer rotation, being an absent short respectively, is going to slow things up. The utility, the barrage of it rains in from the Danes. As now they start this push, the unrelenting aggression. Get Right finds the first, falls on back. Noemo takes the repeat back out. He's going to be able to do it. Takes himself a second. KJB and Valde, they're going to remain, and they come pushing on in. Do manage to drop Get Right, but Exist, he's the hidden factor. Takes the peek on out, and KJB, as good as he's been, is able to take one more, but that will be it. NiP tie things up, 12-12. And Henry, this map gets even more exciting.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Get Right, lovely play there. He could have been with Reds. Sure, the Reds gets equal trade, and Get Right could have flashed over and gone for one more, but he falls back. He looks at the bigger picture there. He knows, if I stay alive here towards Coffins, let's get one more frag when they finally commit, then I can get rotations coming through, and then we can have a real chance of winning the round. It's exactly what happened. Get Right gets one in Coffins, goes back towards Emo, finds another kill, and then his teammates are there to back him up. This is a force spike coming in from North as well, and Draken once again hits another remarkable shot, takes down KJB, and now it's a 5-on-4. Just to correct myself as well, not a full investment here. We have got 2 players going all in. That's going to be Valde and KJB. The other 3 more of a partial buy situation for them.
And with it, they're going to go fast out through mid, charging into a existent Forest there. The 2 to try and step up, have support from Draken on the AWP in the site, and one man's pushed up and isolated. That is going to be MSL to hit the deck. Valde able to drop out Get Right as he goes aggressive down Banana, and that could be their avenue of approach into B secured here. They're going to have a change of heart. Wind in the sails pushes them up towards B. Rez throws down that smoke, and that's going to hold them up completely. Smoke may fall in for CT. Rez holds close to the smoke. They're going to start to try and walk on in. Flash through Rez. Forced back, holding the angle, spots the first, but it's going to fall to Valde as the trade comes through. Draken goes down as well, trying to force the issue, and now we're back in it with 2-on-2 somehow on the back of heroics from Valde. The bomb plant does come in. Existent Forest very isolated from this, only just rotating in.
Yeah, long way to go for those guys. CT Spawn and Banana going for the pincer maneuver here. Forest edging his way towards Ruins, but Valde ready for it, already getting 2 frags, make it 3 in this round. That Exist, he'll join in as he takes down Config. Now it's down to that single play. I feel like Valde can do this and need to ace clutch to finish it off.
As you said, he has to ace, and he's got 4. Valde pulls this one into the realm of possibility. Bomb ticking away. Exist rotating into the side. Valde, he has to try and ace to pull this one off. Here's the defuse, come on in. Just shoulder peeking it, toying with his food before he takes the fight. Exist goes for it, and he wins it out in the 1v1, but there's no time left.
Oh, so it wasn't the ace, but it's enough to win the round there. 4 kills for Valde. I have to say, NiP maybe getting a little bit ahead of themselves, pushing for those smokes. Draken with that AWP almost skips the round away, but there it is. Valde does enough. 1 player survives, so that's a bit of a problem, but round number 11. CTs. Plenty of money to work with here. They'll have another full buy. North to be very careful now. Lose this round to NiP, then it could be double eco territory. This round is absolutely massive, and Draken, like we said, feeling confident now, goes to the first pick. Can't land it this time. KJB gets the better of him. 5-on-4. Now the T's can slow it right down, try and bait out, wait for the reactions of the CTs.
Get Right. Going to be donning his AWPing shoes. Picks that up.
Yeah, not known to be an AWPer, but can use the weapon. Want to get it to Forest, ideally.
Well, it's going to be thrown onto Rez. Forest is not available for comment as he wakes all the way over here on balcony. The Danes are taking control of mid. Get Right's going to go rotating in, and they leave Rez on B on his own with the AWP to play that anchor role. And the AWP is very, very strong on that B bomb site playing from Coffins. Pop flashes out towards A. Well, 2 players for North still keep holding Banana. We've seen NiP more than willing to go aggressive there. This does, however, split the forces up, meaning only 3 players over here towards A. They're now going to rotate back as they try to fake onto B. 4 players ready to go in, leaving MSL here to try and sell the fake out on A. He's going to be allowed to wrap through CT as well, and this round could already be all said and done. With the positioning of MSL where he is, there's only one way that NiP get back into this, and that's if they find him very, very quickly, or if Rez steps up. The push about to come in. KJB tries to line it up. Rez going to miss that first shot, and this could all come crumbling down around them now as MSL pounces out from CT spawn. Rez does manage to get the trade, but the site is overrun with Danes. Smoke has gone down. Rez can't do anything through it, and already look at this Existent Forest. They haven't even bothered moving off of A. Yeah. They fed Rez to the wolves.
I think they have to save here, unfortunately, for NiP. It's MSO, you're absolutely right. The fact he gets towards CT spawn completely undetected as well. North know they win that round. As soon as he's through with no CT presence whatsoever, they wait for their time just to commit, and as soon as they do it, MSL strikes. He finds that first kill, and Rez can't even commit to trying to retake the bombs at that point. He does sneak away, takes MSL down with him, but it's a really clean round there for North. They're one step closer to winning this now. But scoreline 14-12. They still need one more for match point. NiP will save 3 weapon sets. It could be the AWP, 2 M4s, and an incendiary as well. Some few kits to work with, so that's fine. Money's still not ground either side. North, though, a nice play after finding that first pick. MSL with a very good positional control towards the CD spawn. It was Draken that went down first. He said he's hitting some amazing shots at the beginning of rounds. Went for another one. KGB got the better of him. And here we are, 14-12.
Buy comes in for both sides. It's going to be the double AWP set up. Rez win with an AWP as well for NiP. Cajun B holding mid. There is Draken holding it right now, but neither player walking out into the other sites just yet. Rez boosted up as well. Peeking over the top. Nothing going to be coming his way just yet. Over here in Apps, you've got Config and Valdi starting their push on in. MSL going to flash for them, and it's going to be the case that North try and get control of Apps and top mid once again before deciding what it is they do. Rez spots the head, misses the shot, and that could have been the man advantage taken for NiP. But the opportunity not seized, it does not present itself just yet. And as a result, Banana Control going to go the way of North. Cajun B kickstarts this round, drops Rez from the equation. That's the man advantage taken. NiP now left fighting with their backs against the wall. Forest going to fall, and that is North 2 men up, starting to make their way out towards A. Valde with an utterly heroic performance. Draken rounding the corner is not ready for MSL to be where he is. Finds the first onto Config, starts to run away, and they don't get the refrag. So for the time being, he's starting to claw NiP back into this round.
He has for sure. Draken now holding the more defensive line inside the arch. Can be smoked off. They certainly got those available, but they don't know he's there just yet. Don't want to face check this one. Flashbang comes in. He knows he has to fall back. Towards library he goes. The wrap begins. One player in towards the pit. That's going to be Exist. Can he step up here? Smoked out of the equation. But Exist gets 1 kill. That might be all he gets now. Draken with AWP can't just push through here. 3-on-2 situation with Get Right a country mile away as well. The bottom of Banana. He needs to rotate in quickly. Draken just lies in wait, waiting for his teammate.
Yeah, smoke will start to dissipate. He's waiting for Get Right, as you said, to get into position before they go for this one. Time working against them. Cajun B already up in apartments. Can wrap Brown from behind and get rid of Get Right. As he pushes up through short. Gonna try and take the fight. Has to watch out. Valdi gonna be holding the close angle. In comes Cajun B, and Get Right was not ready for that whatsoever. Draken just stands there and takes the bullets from Valdi. It's gonna get completely pummeled. That's North to go 15-12 match point. And NiP, it was looking like they forged a path back into this one. But since equalizing it out at 12-12, they've done nothing.
Financial turmoil sets in as well. NiP with about $2,500 per player. 3 CZs, UMPs, North now. No, they can win it right here, right now. A little bit chaotic here in the second half. They didn't really get going till the last 3 rounds. They got 3 in a row. NiP starting to drop off quite significantly. But here we go. There is always a chance with the CZs. UMP's out as well. In terms of kits, they've got 1 of those. A little bit of utility. They're trying to show their dominance here at the top of Banana. Trying to get that first frag. They need something to work in their favor. 3 players here. Good grenade coming in. Will that do a lot of damage? Does here exist, but not for much.
Push comes in from NiP, and they get slaughtered in the process. AZ with 2. Cajun B dispatches of 1 more. And it's the 2 UMP players, Draken and Forest, that remain. One of the original NiP squad and then one of the new boys left to try and keep NiP in this. It's not looking good. North, they can taste the 2-0 in this. They can taste the victory. And Forest, well, he's in B all on his lonesome. Draken waits out on A in case this is a masterful fake, which actually, as the bomb starts to retreat down Banana, looks like it very well could be. Draken has to step up massively here. He's been underperforming a decent portion of tonight. Peeks out into mid, the pop flash comes through, finds the first, starts to try and fall back. The smoke buys him time. They know the Draken's here. He's going to go ahead and start to push on through. Tries to catch North off guard. Doesn't spot anyone. It's Valde up in apartments, who does manage to dispatch of the Draken within the site, and now it is just Forest all the way over on B, 1v4, UMP in hand. He's got to do the impossible.
4-on-1. Forest now up against it. Harry, I'm not going to build this one up. It feels like it's done. It was a heroic attempt there from NiP, a valiant effort, I have to